Hello there. Hello, you beautiful people out there. Hello. How are you? Another beautiful day. It's Wednesday. Hope your health and strength is doing good. It's me again. Me. Yes, and me. How y'all doing? Another beautiful day. So, iOS is getting big. We talking Game Pass around here. We got some stories to report. Okay, we know iOS is getting PS5 and Xbox Series X controller support. Oh boy. Then we got another article to talk about Game Pass. The subscriber base is rising. Remember I told you once Game Pass went to iOS, that means the entire iOS fan base is coming to Game Pass. Yeah. And then we got to talk about Resident Evil 8. So yeah, you know me, man. This where you come get your Game Pass news at. What's up with it? Let's get into this. Let's do this. Alright. So, first news on the agenda. Let's do it. PS5 and Xbox Series X controller support coming to iOS devices soon. Apple is rolling out its iOS 14.5 update next week, which will include iPhone support for both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X controllers. Yeah, welcome Apple. Anyway, it says here, Apple confirmed that its next version of iOS will be arriving very soon. The next update will be iOS 14.5, and it is scheduled to begin rolling out to Apple devices next week, seemingly aimed at providing more customizability as well as better transparency when it comes to security. News of Apple operating system update came during the tech giant April's 20 spring loaded event, which showed several new upcoming products from the company. While the event didn't include a presentation or demonstration of iOS 14.5, Apple did reveal the release window of the software to be next week, beginning April 26. Yeah, technology moving at the speed of light, people. Can you keep up? And what it says here, the most prevalent new feature for gamers in this edition of iOS support for PS5 and Xbox Series X controllers, found in 14.5 public beta. The advent of console controller support for iPhones could be a washed moment for mobile and cloud-based gaming. A common gripe with playing video games on mobile device has been the lack of precise controls and ability for complex input, given the two-dimension touchscreen nature of iPhones, which stream service like Microsoft Project xCloud running beta tests for iOS device and PC. The gaming industry appears to be on the cusp of delivering a full mobile gaming console experience. So I try to tell you guys, we don't play. One second. Oh, where's that one? Come out. Where are you at? Oh, here you are. Okay. I tried to tell you guys how you want it. Android or iOS. How you want it. Android or iOS. The iOS is getting PS5 and Xbox Series X controller support. Same thing goes for Android. So we don't use handhelds anymore. We use phones now, because these phones are powerful to stream video games on the go. Like I've been telling you people, how you want it. Android, iOS, Android, iOS, Android, iOS, Android, iOS. Pick one. That's the era we live in video games today. So when it comes to the Game Pass news, you come and see me. Anyway, man. Next on the agenda, let's do this. Word on the street is that Sony deal is apparently keeping Resident Evil Village from being on Xbox Game Pass, but it won't be for long. You know, which brings another question into the equation. You know, about the Final Fantasy VII remake, because they put a 1-year time exclusive on Final Fantasy, and after the 1 year is up this month. So while Sony had Final Fantasy VII remake for an entire year, they now decide to add an extra DLC character, you know, to the PlayStation version. So it remains with this Resident Evil situation with Capcom. Now the Final Fantasy VII remakes now comes into the picture. You know, will the Xbox fans get Final Fantasy VII remake like they were supposed to? Only time will tell. But anyway, Sony deals is apparently keeping Resident Evil Village from being on Xbox Game Pass. Supposedly, documents seem to show a deal between Sony and Capcom that keep Resident Evil Village off the Xbox Game Pass service. Not if iOS users got something to say about that. But anyway, let me keep going. It says here, Xbox Game Pass continue to grow in popularity in large parts thanks to Microsoft ensuring that the service has constant stream of brand new games for subscribers to check out. In the recent weeks, these new games have included a loot shoot Outrider, as well as the Sony developed Major League Baseball The Show 21. One of the biggest new video game release on the horizon is Resident Evil Village. And naturally, some fans are wondering if the game will be on Game Pass. You know, and I guess the same question could be said about Street Fighter 6. We shall see. Oh, okay, let's do this. Let's keep going. Unfortunately, for anyone hoping to play Resident Evil Village on Game Pass, it doesn't seem as though that's going to happen, at least within the game first year of release, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Anyway, some unverified document reportedly detailed an exclusive deal between Sony and Capcom that ensures Resident Evil Village will not come to Game Pass within the first year of its launch. Reputable leakers have vouched for the document legitimacy on Twitter by retweeting them, but the tweet have since been deleted. So that means it's true. Okay, so that means Sony, basically Capcom sold their souls to Sony. So now Sony can do what they want with them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Did Capcom really need Sony? I don't think so. But they got desperate, so they went with Sony, and then you see what happened with the Street Fighter 5 situation. And then now all of a sudden Resident Evil Village might not be on Game Pass. And then there was news of Street Fighter 6 coming out on the PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, PS5, and PC. But now with this Resident Evil Village, don't look like it. But only time will tell. Okay, only time will tell. And I will leave a link in the description box with all these articles so you can look at them. And next one, let's see what we got here. Next one. Okay, not you. Oh, you. So this Resident Evil thing, man. You know, Capcom sold their souls, man. You know, Namco learned a huge lesson. Learned a huge lesson from when they were with Sony back on the PlayStation 2 with Soul Calibur with Soul Calibur 3. You know, because right after that deal was over with, there were games that Namco was planning to release on PlayStation only, and then they changed their mind like at the very last minute. They were like, nope, nah, we're not going down that. It's like they were saying, like, we're not going back down that road anymore with you, because they learned a lesson from that situation. So now Capcom found themselves in the same situation like what Namco did, but this time, you know, based on the deal that they signed, it seems like Sony can manipulate Capcom any way they want to, you know. But that's the price you pay when you mess with when you mess with Sony. Yep. And here's the news. Here's the news. Here's another news. Xbox Game Pass subscriber count is growing fast. You guys know that ain't nothing new. What did I tell you about the app? What did I told you about the Game Pass being on iOS? That mean the entire iOS fan base get to play Xbox game was coming straight to Game Pass. So you already know this was going to happen. But I'm just going to read a paragraph of this so you can look at it, so you can hear it. Anyway, next news. This is all the Game Pass news we got. Yeah, man. Says here, Xbox Game Pass subscriber count is growing fast. Of course. New figures show almost 25% of Xbox Game Pass subscribers joined the service in 2021, with continuing to attract members in mass. Oh boy. Anyway, says here, the success of Xbox Game Pass cannot be understated. Since the service launched in 2017, the number of subscribers to Xbox flagship service has rapidly grown, but in the first few months of 2021, the numbers of subscribers to Xbox Game Pass seem to have grown at an even greater rate than ever before, putting this on the course to be the most successful year ever for it. And guess what? We're only in the month of April, and here comes the entire iOS fan base. Oh boy. Yeah, Game Pass, like I told you guys before, Game Pass is a monster. Okay, anyway, says here, according to Microsoft Vice President of Gaming, Sarah Bond, not James Bond, Game Pass subscribers spend more money on games and are more open to trying new games, which has led to many developers and publishers praising the service. With so much positivity press, it is no wonder why subscriber numbers are increasing faster than ever before. And like I said before, here comes the entire iOS fan base, and they are coming. So again, we talking Game Pass here. How do you want it? How do you want it? Android, iOS, Android, iOS, Android, iOS, Android, iOS. Game Pass ain't no joke. Yeah. So that's how it is, man. When Microsoft did their homework, man. You know, they took what Sony and Nintendo took for granted. You know what I'm saying? They made sure with Game Pass, they made sure that they had a foundation with Game Pass. That means Game Pass ain't just floating on thin air. Okay, they had the ZeniMax Bethesda deal. Then they got the backwards compatibility. That's one pillar, two pillars, and the third pillar, when you brought the entire iOS fan base to Game Pass. So now you got a strong foundation, and then you got the games coming straight to Game Pass as soon as they come out. So yeah, like I told you guys before, Nintendo and Sony, in the words of Destiny's Child, can you keep up? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how it is now with Game Pass. It's fast. You know, it's fast. It is fast, and people are coming. As soon as the beta is over for the iOS Game Pass, man, here comes the swarm. Okay, so now Apple fans can play Xbox games on their iPhones or their iPad or whatever. Yeah, that's how it is. Game Pass is no joke. Okay, Game Pass is no joke. Okay, and you can't take that for granted, man. You know, and Sony, there's Sony didn't even do their homework with PlayStation Now. You left your entire catalog of PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 that you needed for PlayStation Now. Okay? Man, and you didn't, like, you know what I'm saying, you might have Square Enix, but you left that entire catalog behind when PlayStation Now needed. So Microsoft was like, okay, well since they did that, here's what we gonna do. We're not leaving nothing behind, and that's what they did. Okay, and they made, once they got ZeniMax and Bethesda, man, that was huge. So so Game Pass has some pillars and some foundation to stand on, and there's some strong pillars and foundation, especially with the iOS fan base. Oh yeah. Game Pass is no joke. So yeah, how do you want to play Game Pass? Android, iOS, Android, iOS, Android, iOS, Android, iOS, or both. Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to leave the link in the description box with these articles. And nice talking to you beautiful people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Borg, Dark Side, I'm gone. Peace.